two fucking Sages.
Oh yeah.
The Wandering Sag and the fucking Lost and Confused Sag.
What is this? The episode 5, right?
I don't even know what episode.
I feel like this is episode 5.
Like I said, you're the Wandering Sag and I'm the Lost and Confused motherfucker.
That means you're wandering too. Because you might be lost and confused, but at least you're trying to find your way.
Fuck. Yeah.
I'm trying to find my world, baby.
Now you got my heart for the evening.
All right. The question of the day.
The fucking question of the day. First off, hello everybody.
Hello everybody.
Thank you guys for like tuning in on
And not canceling us yet.
and like hearing us out. The crazy shit.
The world's our
that goes on in our
therapy.
head.
That's the thing. The
It
world's
is.
our therapy.
Man, this place is beautiful.
Oh wait, that reminds me. You started your thing?
Yeah.
Perfecto.
Perfecto.
All right. So the question that I was thinking about last weekend,
Yeah, what you think?
and funny enough that you bring it up with the whole situation happening, is forgiveness. The topic of the day is forgiveness.
Forgiveness, yeah.
And funny enough, I think I don't know if I asked this question to my Aqua friend, but what I thought about was, how far do you think you can forgive somebody? And I'll give you a scenario, and it's going to be an extreme scenario.
All right. I like extreme sports.
Somebody killed the most important person that you love,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Would you forgive that person, and why?
That's a good one. I would have to forgive that person, but
It's tough.
it's a hard one, bro.
It's
Like,
a hard one.
Yeah, because there's levels of forgiveness, right?
Exactly, but the topic is always forgiveness, no matter how deep it is.
I think I would have to forgive the person in order to, like, unless I want to stay stuck in that moment. I've been stuck because I haven't forgiven certain, like, people. So it's like I noticed that if you don't forgive, like, it festers.
Have you forgiven yourself
That's
for certain things?
That's why it's festering, because
you haven't forgiven
I don't
yourself?
forgive myself for certain things, and I'm working on it.
Do you feel like you've been making progress?
Oh no, hell yeah, and especially all this, like, just talking about it, man.
Yeah.
And therapy. Get BetterHelp.com.
Shouts out BetterHelp. God damn, I swear, if I'm not endorsed.
You know, like, it's this has helped, man, because even looking back, as I look back on them, I see a lot of stuff that I was trying to explain and describe, but I couldn't really. And still, I can't say anything right now because it's still an ongoing process. But you know, I'm aware now of what's going on and what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
So this shit helps. Therapy helps, and that's why I'm working on it. I'm making progress and strides. Like right now, it's gonna take like the most effort for me to forgive myself, to allow myself to heal. I have to forgive myself.
Yeah, that's the biggest what you call it, like, hurdle to get over, is self-forgiveness. I mean, you can easily forgive anyone, but when it comes to you, I feel like when it comes to just personal things that you're working on internally, that's always the biggest one. Like, that's the ultimate, you know, goal for anything.
Yeah, no, it's hard, man, because that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I to forgive somebody, you gotta, you know, it helps you let go of the situation.
It helps you heal.
Like, I've been living like stuck in certain situations because I haven't allowed like myself to forgive like I haven't given myself the forgiveness that, you know, that I require in order to heal.
I feel like, I mean, the reason why I bring up that topic is because, you know, a lot of people, and I don't blame them, they can't forgive like an extreme situation like that, you know, when they're murdering somebody that you love, and then when they, you know, describe it in the way of hearing everything, like, it's a tough pill to swallow. And I remember seeing this one family, they ended up forgiving this murderer who killed like their daughter.
Yeah.
And then right then in the court, like, they got up, the father got up, he hugged the guy. He was like, yo, I'm sorry that you haven't had like the guidance to,
Yeah, I think I actually seen that.
Yeah, and I feel like the people that can do that I feel like that's like they're God.
Yeah, no, it's
You know,
that's
that's like the
highest
1%.
form of self-mastery, man.
That's self-mastery. That's that 1%.
When you could just like look into another person and just like understand that like what that person did and their actions it wasn't a reflection on it's more a reflection on how they were brought up and their so it's like it's hard, man. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be
tough.
like I'm Mr. Noble, man, but
Nah,
like
yeah.
'cause,
I mean, it would be hard as hell for me because I'm pretty sure even with you, like if that situation were to ever happen, the first thing you want to do is get revenge. You know, an eye for an eye type of thing.
I've man, like you know that's why I know it's difficult because I've just come around to forgiving like a being that's supposed to be, you know, like a higher being, which is like God or whatever, you know, or the universe or the architect. I just came around forgiving like
the architect.
Yeah, for you know for that one loss.
Yeah.
That one loss that made no sense to me.
Well, I don't know if it would.
And it made me angry. Like it made me like in a point where like you know, like if I go over there, if there is a such thing or whatever, like damn, I hope I got the opportunity like to be like damn, for real, like you send me wherever you gotta send me if there is a hell or whatever.
Yeah.
But hell is what you left me in, so you could send me over there again. You know what I mean? Like, but like I felt like I've been carrying that weight, man. You carry that weight, like trying to put blame on stuff, like.
Do you? I mean, this might sound like a weird question because I don't know how to properly word it.
Us having weird questions? Nah.
I wouldn't say weird, but I just don't want it to come out wrong neither. But because you know me, I'm trying to learn how to work on my speech. But it's just
as I am.
Yeah. Do you feel like when you lost your wife, you felt like there was no meaning behind it?
Yeah, no, I definitely
And
like.
do you still feel that way today?
I definitely feel like sometimes I think that's what I'm saying. Like those people forgiving that dude, like it just shows so like how powerful they are. Cause people try to like put meaning on everything. Like you try to like
sometimes things don't have.
It just doesn't have a meaning. Like shit just had to happen because it had to happen. Like I mean, people say, oh, that's just like a person without faith speaking. I was like, no, it really is the opposite of that. It's like faith that shit just happens and that's it, and you just gotta keep it moving, man. Like you can't get stuck. I've been stuck, honestly. Like, and you know, being stuck in that moment allowed me to like get caught up in other things, you know. So it's like I didn't fully heal from that because I couldn't let go and I couldn't forgive, and I was trying to put reason behind it.
Yeah. And
while I was in that trap, I got caught up in another trap. So, because I didn't fully heal from that. But, yeah, man. It doesn't, there's things that just happen, bro. Like you can't, shit, man. I'll fucking be goddamn if you could find me a good reason for a fucking baby to be born with a fucking heart
like
condition
defects,
and just fucking suffer for like 4 months and then die. You know, what's the meaning? What? So shit just happens because it happens, man. And it's like, you just gotta keep like moving forward, man. I know you can't get stuck in it. Because when you get stuck in it, that's when you get fucked. And you're just gonna keep digging a bigger hole, and like keep creating bigger holes for yourself to get out of.
Nah, I mean, I'm just processing everything.
I'm speaking from experience, by the way.
No.
That I've dug myself in a hole, and like, it's like I'm just trying to get out now. You know, like I didn't realize I was in a hole.
I think now my brain is just asking the question of, what if? Because you say how a baby being born with defects and all this stuff, and then they just die a few days after or whatever, and sometimes it has no meaning. But what if, I feel like the fucking thinker, Jesus Christ, where maybe the meaning is just so inconceivable to like comprehend that it looks like it has no meaning. It's like kind of like, how when you see, how they say, oh, when you see God, it's so hard to like comprehend what it is that you just, So I kind of view it like that, where it's like, because if things didn't really have no meaning, then why was it created in the first place?
That could be the case, but like in my situation, what's helping me now is like I've been looking for that meaning, like been trying to make sense of something that really is senseless. So like maybe it might work for somebody to view it that way, like, But for me, I think it's working now where I'm just like letting go of trying to find meanings in things and just enjoying what
just
it
in
is.
being present.
Yeah, it's like I get caught up in like thinking about the past or I'm thinking about the future, and I forget to just be, you know, like, so it's like I'm so concerned with just being, and then later on in the future, I look back to the past, I'm like, oh, but things were just so simple. Like it really wasn't that bad.
You were making it too complex.
So it's like, I'm just trying to ground myself and just be in the moment, trying to let go of the things that I cannot control, like, you know, the perfectionist side, the like, it helps, and it's just because when you come out of chaos, like, you try to reach for that control, but then the more you reach, the worse it gets.
Well, because again, there's levels to everything, and of course, like, you know, there's always going to be that extreme level to it as well. And I think it's funny that you're saying everything now, all these words now about being present. This is funny. It's just this 10-year gap that we have. It's like we're viewing each other at a different timeline, and you're just repeating everything. Because I said this to myself last weekend, and like, you know, how now I'm starting to let go of so many things and being present, and always like checking myself to, like, whenever something happens, I'll be like, just be here in the now. Like, I was telling my friend the other day how I was driving. And you know, I'm still paying attention to the road, of course, but then I'm like, you know, you're just so focused on driving that you don't pay attention to like the sky and whatever. And so I just started looking at the sky. Pay attention to the road, guys, please. But I'm not condoning to, you know, be distracted.
Don't drift off.
Yeah, don't drift off. But I just started looking at the sky and I'm like, wow, like, this shit looks like a whole painting. Like, when you look at it, it's like, you know, like God or the universe or whatever it is, the architect, like, they made this, you know, and we don't give ourselves like enough time to like
appreciate it, man.
To appreciate it, but we're just so caught up on bullshit every damn day.
Amen.
Because one, society, and of course keeping that routine of, you know, going to work and doing these and the chores and blah blah blah, that you just don't even have time for yourself. You don't give yourself time to rest. You don't give yourself, like, there's nothing, I have no problem with this, but people who do not like give themselves like a weekend, and you know, whenever my friends tell me they want to hang out and I ask them, yo, what time do you want to meet up? They're like, yo, 9 o'clock. I'm like, what? Like, I wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning every day. You think I want to wake up, like, I want to rest, bro, like, chill. But don't get me wrong, I like waking up early in the morning because, you know, you feel productive, you get things done, but there's times where I'm just like, man, I don't want to do nothing. I want to, like, just sit on my bed and just watch TV, do whatever it is, and just have like a few hours or maybe the whole day to myself, because you don't really get that often. You know what I'm saying?
I did that for the first time in like the last, since November.
How you doing?
All right, cool. All right, cool. Thank you.
20 minutes.
Yeah, so Saturday, I took Saturday for the first time, man, to just do nothing. I was like, cause I was always trying to do something to keep my mind occupied, but I was like, man, you know what? I'm gonna be a bum today, cause that's what I was really good at. So I'm like, man, I'm just gonna sit around and do nothing and just like not think, man, like just try to block out. I watch fucking caught up on
it's
series.
just TV or whatever, movies and
just did nothing like the whole day. Like,
and it felt great.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
Great.
Like, it felt good because I've been so like just busy all the
on the go.
time.
You're not giving yourself that recharge.
Like, for me, like, the thing was, like, you know, what chilling for me was like the family. I'm just like I could bum around with the family around because, you know, that's the energy. But by myself, like, I hadn't done that shit in forever. And it's like it was calming.
Yeah.
Like, it was actually. It was good.
For me,
I don't know if it's the post-therapy me.
It probably could be. You're learning something new every day when you get out of a session.
Yeah, it's like, nah, man, hey. You know, I was going through my thing and not being able to describe what it was that I was going through.
Yeah.
So I had to that's why you need professional help, because it could be like, this is what you're going through. Like,
get better help.
You're feeling something, that eventually I hope to like just come out and just we'll have a whole podcast dedicated to.
Yeah.
Even though if you haven't guessed the kind of situation I'm in now, like watching these things, but it's like I didn't know, man. I really didn't know, man. I really didn't. They brought light to something that, for real, I was like going crazy trying to figure out.
Yeah, they broke it down for you.
I didn't know how to describe what I was going through. I didn't know what I was feeling. Like I was confused about that shit.
How was it with that little session at work with the tears?
Now it's
You feel a little better?
like now, cause like it just comes out slightly, and then I feel
it goes
better.
away.
It's just that apparently I've been blocking emotions for so damn long
There you go.
that I don't even know how to feel it, so I don't
not
know.
forgiving yourself.
So it's like now I'm trying to allow myself to just feel emotion, like.
Yeah. That
I
was,
mean, I wish I could just be like just
but then everybody's gonna be like, yo, this person has problems.
But it's like I wish I could just let go, man. I feel. I kind of envy those people that
that could just let it go.
Yeah, man.
Easily. Yeah.
Yeah, and I make a joke of like serious shit when your life is falling apart. Like,
I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't change that about myself.
I mean, sometimes I wish I could though, because then it's just. Damn, man, I can't always be making fun of shit, yo. Like, it's
I think
that's what's not helping me forgive myself, because it's like I would just crack a joke at myself and just be like, fuck it. Like, you little bitch, like, man the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but here's the difference between you and me when you do that, is that I've learned to balance it out. Like, even though I'll go through a situation where I'm crying or whatever, because I know if I don't joke or whatever, I'm trying to find a better
I literally laugh at
so I don't
myself
sound
for
like a crazy person.
No, but I literally laugh at myself for crying.
No, but that's when you are crazy.
No, because people think like I laugh.
When you're crying in the mirror and then you give yourself that evil smirk and laugh, and you're like, yeah.
Like my hardest cries, I could tell you, like my hardest moments in life, like the hardest I've had. Like I usually, like the hardest moments I've had in life are. I laugh, cry, man. I cry, laugh. It's the weirdest thing.
No, I've been through those.
It's like, I don't know.
It's a different type of
Yeah, it's
crying.
like a nervous laughter.
Yeah.
But then I cry. I can't even describe it, man. I just know it's rough, man.
There's
It's rough. Even the crying, I laugh.
I realize that when I cry, is the best thing to ever happen to me. Where my brain it literally yells at me and is like, yo, let it go. Like, don't even hold it in anymore, because like you're doing self-damage, and
That's how I felt today.
I used to be
let it out.
I used to be ashamed of it, like because the whole male stigma bullshit and all that, men shouldn't cry or whatever, but I'm like, yo, a real man cries, a fake man holds it in, because you're hiding what you truly are, your emotions and all this stuff, what makes you a human being. And so whenever I cry, I mean, it's still a little tough for me, because I'll be crying and then I'll be like, yo, man, this shit gotta stop. But that's because I'm fighting the old me as well.
That's what we're always
But I like where the direction is heading regardless, because I know is going good, where it's like I'm becoming more comfortable with crying.
Yeah.
I don't care if I cry in front of a woman or whatever it is, yo. And because nowadays, I mean, I'm not even gonna get into that topic, but some people they're so cold themselves that when they look at you crying, they'll be like, oh, this person's weak or whatever. They see it as a sign of weakness, but they're just fucked up in their own little world. And for me, it's like, I don't care. I'm gonna let out these thug ass tears.
In my world right now, I can't show emotion.
Why?
Well, what I'm going through, which is this is the weirdest thing. That's my situation right now.
Yeah.
Like,
until you detach from it.
It's like I can't show emotion. Like I gotta be fucking.
Yeah, well, you gotta put the facade up for now until
So it's hard. That's what I'm saying. Like I can't heal yet until I get
over that hump. Yeah.
This whole situation in the back burner, so I can begin my healing process. So I could begin letting it out, because right now it's like.
Yeah.
I have to be
tough.
Fucking stone. I have to be just like.
But the reward is always gonna be greater.
It's just so crazy. It's
once
crazy
you're done with that.
To think that there's people in this world that get off on that shit.
Oh yeah, that's a whole topic in itself for that. But
back to that hurt people.
Hurt people. An eye for an eye. But regardless of how I'm seeing it, it's like once you get over doing that, what you got to do, Like, the moment you touch down, bro, just
shit.
let it all out.
Yeah, hopefully.
You know what I'm saying?
Hopefully, I don't end up in some crazy
This
ass
is a loony bin.
You know.
Nah, I mean,
Nah,
it don't gotta be.
nah,
It don't gotta be like that. You know what I'm saying?
You know what my fears are right now.
Yeah. But I'm saying like once you come
Sorry,
back,
people. Eventually, I'll share it.
yeah. Once it's all done, then you know.
I could actually talk about it, and then to make it real, because it almost doesn't even feel real sometimes. Like I'm going through all this shit, man, and I'm like, for real? Like this is real?
Yeah.
Like.
It makes you feel like it's in a movie.
No, it makes me think like the weird way. I have a weird way of thinking. Just like a movie. It's like, but then I always thought about like let's say, I've been into a few accidents in my day, right?
Yeah.
I've lost consciousness more than I would like to count, right? So, like, what if every time you lose consciousness, like your life was over, but you just got to find your way back, you know? Like, so it's like right now I'm just finding my way back from the last accident, you know? It's like, it's like I'm trying to make the right decisions. Like you said, like,
yeah, it's basically like you fall once and then get up again.
Yeah.
And it's constant, constantly going.
You said it before. It's like, what if like this is all just like one big like test.
Simulation? And
yeah, and then it's like until eventually you get it right or you get your mind right.
Yeah. Basically, I think it was when you die and you're reborn because you're getting closer to that 100% or whatever it is.
Well, maybe it is like that, but that's I just see it like that's what I'm saying. Like I'm trying to like stop trying to make sense of things and just
just be.
Make better decisions. Try to feel better with myself, like better with myself, by myself. Like just be better. Like
once you start working from inside, then you can start flowing outward. You know, but I've realized also this weird thing about me where I feel like, yes, that is the proper way to go about it, like starting internally to work your way out. But I realize that by me helping other people, like externally, has helped me to work internally. So I guess there is no right or wrong.
Yeah,
as long as you have the awareness and seeing the reflection, like, hey,
you always say, balance.
And so,
because I do it too much, where I want to fix people or help people, or not even fix people. I just want to be so helpful. I guess, hey, my name is Oscar, and I'm a toxic empath. But like, because it feels good, bro. It feels good to like be able to help, like, and then you learn more about yourself, like, as you help. But too much of it, then like you kind of get taken.
Yeah, it's like it's like you have all these wounds, but you're not giving yourself the band-aids to heal.
So that's one of the things I'm learning.
Or better yet, as a better description is, you have all these band-aids and you're putting it on other people, and now you're left with all these wounds open.
Yeah, I can't dress my wounds because I'm dressing everybody else.
Exactly. So, but thankfully for me, like, helping other people with their situations or whatever it is, like, it's helped reflect on me because it's something that I could connect with. Like, whatever their situation might be, it connects with me in some way. And I'll be like, oh,
empathy.
If I'm giving them advice, and I haven't told myself this, now I could use that same advice that I just gave to them and apply it to myself. So I'm saying it out loud. Yeah, so the manifestation is happening.
So you can hear it. Like, sometimes you need that. You need that conversation with yourself.
Oh, you already know how many conversations I have with myself. Then, but that's why I have you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
When you talk it, I'm like, oh, he's saying everything I'm saying to myself internally.
You're saying it out loud, and it's just different. Then, hearing it, like, it's just different. It's different, like, saying it out loud and then seeing how somebody else receives it. So, because it helps you. It helps you.
But that's the thing, though. The way how they receive it is the way it could differ from you. The way how you receive it.
Yes.
You know?
Like me, I take any help, man. Shit, I've been helping, and I've been trying for everybody, man. Shit, I'm a cheerleader, man. I should have been a cheerleader in high school. I cheer for people, man. I love seeing people doing good.
Oh, when they win? Yeah, that's one of the greatest
things. It helps me feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, I could do it. Like, when I see somebody doing it, like,
it motivates you.
Like, it's like, oh, let me give it a shot, you know? Like, and then especially somebody that's come to you for help, and then you've, like, helped that person, it helps you, like, okay, you see, like, why can't I take my own advice? It's like what you just said.
No, exactly.
Like, why can't I do, and then you realize, but that's what, like, the whole, like, knowledge of self, like, trying to figure yourself out. So to see what's wrong with you, you got to find out, like, you can't just, I'm figuring it out, shit.
Yeah, as you go along.
Yeah, shit that I've had, locked away that they didn't know how to really, like, describe what it was or feel, or what those feelings were, I don't, now, like, you know, emotions, man, shit, emotions. That's a whole
Emotions all
new,
tough, man.
that's a whole new, which is ironic because certain people
You know what
say
it
that I'm
is?
too emotional.
You know what it is, and I'm again processing this in real time, is that whenever you have a dormant trait that is unlocked, it's in its raw form, right? So now, since it's in raw form, it's all chaotic. It's everywhere, right? So now it's your job to refine it. Kind of like a diamond, you know, you find it in the rough, it's all wonky and looking crazy, but now you know, cut it up in nice looking little way that it looks, sharpen it and all that stuff.
Buff it.
You know, it's basically like, that's how I view it in my head right now when you just told me that. So, you know, we're constantly activating dormant traits, and it's in its raw form, and learning how to refine these things. So that I suffer with that same thing too, with emotions and compliments.
Yeah.
Like
Don't
me,
start on compliments.
my friend, he gave me a shout out to Jay Garcia, man. He gave me a Mad Lib vinyl and a shirt and all this stuff, and I was like, yeah, I was like, yo, what the hell is this? I was like, internally, I was like, this is disgusting. but I had to stop myself from saying that.
What
like,
your angle is? What's your angle? But it's because you never allowed yourself.
Because I never allowed myself. Yes, I didn't forgive myself.
Mode,
exactly. So
survival mode.
I told him, I was like, yo, man, I really appreciate it. This is the nicest thing. Like, you know, I'm so. I don't care much about gift giving, like receiving gifts, and all that. But now I'm starting to feel like it's starting to become one of my love languages, as well. Like a hidden one that's like dormant in there somewhere. You know.
I love giving some gifts, man. I'm not used to receiving them though.
I'm not used to receiving them at all, but it's just
like
weird.
From people other than my family.
No, yeah, of course.
You know, like.
But when it's like, one thing that threw me off too was when he's like, "Yo, I view you as a brother." I was like, "What?" That shit threw me the hell off, because like, and this guy remembers how we first met and everything. That threw me off some more, and I was like, "Cause
you with your memories."
And too. Me, no, but I mean, yeah, my memories. Shout out to my therapist who said I have repression and PTSD.
We're gonna get that back.
And so when he told me like how we first met and just telling me how he views me like a brother and all these, and just giving me the compliments of how, like, you know, with my talents and all that, I was like, man, this is the weirdest shit ever. But it felt like a soft, like warm feeling inside, where it's like, I've never felt this before.
Yeah, I've never felt
it's kind of weird. It's kind of like the Grinch, and then his heart grew 3 times bigger.
It's like, where you come from with this?
You know, and
like,
so
it's because we're used to like.
I'm not used to nice things at all, man. It's such
we used
a weird
to be in the nice
thing.
one in the.
Yeah.
I know that's what you used to. You used to be in the one. You know what I mean? But
it feels
it's
good
good
now.
to let go every now and then.
Yeah. It's nice
Hopefully
to receive compliments. You can. As long as you're alive, as long as you're alive, changes can always happen.
I hope I could get to a point where it's like that. Like,
you gotta stop saying I hope too.
I have a hope. It's better than the other shit.
You could have hope, but now it's just more of
I'm going to.
You have to manifest it, man.
Manifest destiny.
You gotta be competitive with yourself, because that's that's
what you're competing against.
Yeah.
Trying to make yourself better.
Try to master self.
It's work. It's work, man.
Yeah. But it ain't easy work, I'll tell you that.
Hey, man. Rome wasn't built in.
I'm tired, Grandpa.
It is tiring.
Well, that's too damn bad. Oh, fuck.
Trust too, man. Just
man.
Trust in.
You gotta trust yourself. You gotta be confident with yourself.
Yeah, it's when you lose that shit, you're fucked.
Yeah. And also, it's just learning how to. Man, sometimes when I'm too hard on myself, I look at that forgiveness side of me, and I'm like, I give myself flowers mentally in my head. Now, I mean, eventually I would like to buy flowers and just, lay them there in my room and whatnot, and just be like, hey, I deserve this for me.
Yeah.
And stop being so damn hard.
And stop giving self-sabotage, man.
Self-sabotage.
That's where I'm headed. Like,
I'm all fucked up.
That's where I'm headed. Trying to get rid of that shit, that mentality.
You can never get rid of it.
It's
a part of you, though.
Like, feeling like I don't deserve things.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to begin to feel like I do deserve certain things.
Yeah, you just need to learn how to reconfigure your mindset.
Yeah, because usually when bad shit is happening to me, it's easy for me to be like, yeah, I deserve that.
Because you're so used to it.
Yeah,
you're accustomed to it.
But instead of like, now it's like switching where, I didn't deserve that shit.
Yeah.
And I deserve good shit coming my way. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the thing is, I've had blessings where I'm like, yeah, that's fucking great. Like, where I felt like I didn't deserve it, but I do.
Yeah.
And like I'm working on that.
I'm
like,
on that same tip
I'm,
too.
I'm working on like I'm being like these little entitled fuck faces now. Just kidding.
It's true.
But you know what I'm saying?
It's
Like
true.
that I deserve this shit. Why
Yeah.
not? Like this world is ours too. Like why not?
It's everybody's.
Why not? Like I got fucked a few times, but
Yeah.
why not? Like on this time, me feeling good about some shit. You know, like that's how you gotta feel too.
It's more of like it's been too long already.
It's like because you've been putting in the groundwork. You treat people good because that's you. It's a reflection of how you wanted to be treated, right? So you carry that. You know, you ain't running around being a dickhead with people.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, some people, oh, that's manipulation. No, it's not manipulation. Just being a good person, you're trying to hope to lead by example so other people could be that way, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
It's time to just start reaping the benefits, man,
Exactly, man.
of being fucking a good person.
Yeah.
Or at least trying your hardest to be a good person.
Yeah, as long as you're trying, that's all that should matter. Same way how people
'cause-
should stay with curiosity and all that stuff. As long as change is always happening. You know, some people like to stay fucking one-track minded, man, but change is always happening, and you know, it's gonna leave you in the fucking dust if you don't get with it. You know?
That's always been my fear too, like
What? Change?
not getting left behind. Like cause I would be scared to change it, even though I'm always like working on myself in a way, but it's still like, oh my god, like I feel like I'm behind the 8 ball all the time. That's like that feeling. I need to get rid of that feeling.
is, I don't think it's more so getting rid of it, it's more so
Managing it.
this little B. No, it's just more so telling yourself, hey, because I had that issue too, and I would tell myself, my time is the right time. Some people might lead, you know how some people develop faster than others?
Yeah.
It's like that. For me, it's like this person works on their speed. They might advance a little quicker than me, but at my pace of how I'm going is still going to lead me to the finish line of where I need to get to.
That kind of.
So
that can be true as
you're
well.
you're just too focused on other people.
Because in life, like it's a little silly comparison, but at like parties, you know, a brother like me suffer a little social anxiety, so I'd get real like.
Yeah, drink.
I'd feel real weird about going, right?
Or you mean you be in the corner like in that meme where he's like, I could do something way better than being at this party.
So but then I'd end up like going or whatever. But then when I finally break out of like that stupid anxiety, I usually end up having like the most fun, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it starts too late. So like I'm gonna take this
I
metaphor
get
into
that.
life. Like
I get that.
That's what I'm trying to break out now,
Like
because
you feel like when the moment you're ready, it might be.
and it's like the greatest time of my life, you know what I mean? But it felt like it was too short because I waited too long.
But you know what you just created by doing that, right? Is that when that situation occurs again in the future, now you know not to be
a pussy. No, but this is the things that I'm working on.
But you understand what I'm trying to tell you.
No,
It's
that's
like,
what I'm working on. My anxiety and my self-sabotage and all that stuff has held me back so long. So it's like I've always been scared of being late to the party.
Yeah.
But
you're never too late.
No, and now it's like, shit, I might be late, but I'm about to make it a fucking great one. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because for future great ones.
Yeah, it's like.
So if you don't get it that first time,
so
bro, that's all it is.
That's where the help is coming in. Like, you know, the whole, like understanding your anxiety, understanding your flaws, and being able to like fucking push through that shit.
Yeah.
Like, and that's what I'm doing right now. I'm pushing through shit. Like, even with all the other shit that's going on around me, I'm just trying to push through, man. Fucking swimming like fucking
like
Nemo's
Dory.
dad. Yeah,
like Dory.
Like
just
fucking,
keep swimming.
Yeah, man. Just keep swimming, man.
Yeah, man. You just gotta remember that you're not alone in the situation, and that you always have a support system, regardless. Because you have a really great support system, which I wish I had, and I envy that. And I know eventually I'm gonna get to it, because like, you know, I've been a loner for such a long time that damn, big ass fish. Life be life and all around. Is that being a loner, but I always wanted that sense of community sense. You know, for me, I have the whole family thing, but all it's always ever been is just me and my mom. So, you know, and even sometimes, you know, with my mother is a complex type of thing to be really connected like this, which, you know, eventually I know I will get that connection with me and her, but like I want to be that bridge now where I reach out and become the connection for other people. You know, my grandma did it, and she was a fucking wizard. And then for me, I was like, damn, how did she do that? And then I'm just now figuring everything out. It might be a little late, but it's better late than never. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm lucky in that sense, man. I got people that, no matter how fucked up I am or whatever.
Yeah, they're still there for you.
They're gonna be like, yeah, you're a piece of shit. But we got you.
As long as they're putting you in the right path of not being a piece of shit.
You fucked up.
That's where the good friends
are.
are.
Never call me a piece of shit because they know me. But they're like, yeah, you fucked up, but it's all right. We all fuck up. So just get your ass back up. We here. We're here.
Yeah, man, we here. We're always
here. No matter
here.
how angry other people get at that, because some people are angry at that.
Yeah, we're here, man.
Yeah, man.
I think we did good today. This was a good session.
We done did good, kid.
You did good, kid. You did real good. But as long as I'm around, you'll be second best, eh?
Yeah.
Stop.
If you're second, you're last.
I love fucking Jim Carrey. Oh, God. I'm definitely going to get canceled for all this shit. Some way or another.
The Wandering Sag?
The Wandering Sag.
Aimlessly.
Nah, he's
lost.
not aimless. He's always, he knows where he's going. It's just subconscious.